enjoy the fun, chatting with interesting people while styling while we run. It's Kickin in Crocs. We're kicking in Crocs.
3, 2, 1, Shabuda.
Hello.
Welcome to the Half an Hour
Bye,
Podcast.
Shadow Half. Bye.
Welcome to tonight's quick cast. It's gonna be half an hour, and I'm setting an alarm.
Yes.
Let's go.
Setting an alarm. Go for it.
Are
And
you
I'm
doing?
about to give you guys the fastest intro you've ever had in your life.
And 3, 2, 1.
Hello, welcome to Kickin Across the podcast. We talk about martial arts, geek stuff, and all sorts of stuff. My name is Steve, 1/3 of Kickin and Crocs.
I'm Dave, 1/3 of Kickin and Crocs. My son is crying again.
Nick, final third. Baby still crying.
We're literally going to be talking at this pace the entire time because we're making a really quick cast. We want to get the same amount of content in that half an hour. So there you go.
I am not gonna talk this fast the whole time.
No, we can
I'm already tired.
talk to him. Nick's like, I'm already over it.
This is yeah, we'll do a quick cast. Like
Yeah, we'll do a quick little one. We have an early morning. Tomorrow is
Oh man, my son is
our
going
tournament.
Yesterday was the tournament. Yes.
Oh, that's true. It's time travel. Yesterday was our tournament.
And Nick's on a plane.
Nick's on a plane.
Right now, I'm flying.
So
I'm down in
Actually,
Myrtle.
no,
I'm
not
down
yet.
in Myrtle Beach.
I'm not leaving until 12:30 a.m. Monday.
Oh, so you're
So
not
I'm not
on
a plane yet.
Okay,
I'm
so
here
let's-
with you guys.
so
You're
we got
not on a
I'm with you.
plane. Yeah, you are.
we got a couple things to talk about. So
We do.
we got
It's
some
several
subjects.
several topics.
Let's
to
talk about vacation first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got
a
a-
week off.
We got a tournament coming up tomorrow.
Well,
yesterday. Which is
which went fantastic.
so, and then we're going to our summer recess. So the school's closed for a solid week, which is Steve and I's vacation. You're not.
Correct.
I mean, you don't officially work. At
He
the
has
dojo.
a-
You there. You teach.
He has to run
but you
the
have an
entire
actual
country.
like big
Yeah.
boy job.
He has to run the entire country. So
It's a big boy job for you guys too. Mine's just different. That's all.
hey, he's only doing financials and
So,
making sure everybody's money flows properly. And
but
keeps
you
the
are
country
also going on vacation.
I am. We're gonna have a real fun time. So the first time in 18 years, I am going back to the motherland.
Yes.
Jersey City. No, going back to Ischia, which is where my family is from, an island off the coast of
Pick
Naples.
a heck of a time to leave the country.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? When was a good time? COVID? Like you pick the time you want me to
That's
go.
true. That's true.
So I'm like, if I keep waiting, my kids will have kids.
Well, I just had
and
that
they'll
debate.
never have been.
Not a debate, but a good discussion with in October we're going to run the Marine Corps Marathon.
Okay,
And,
I know that now.
That's right.
One of the people that's going to run with us, her husband's like a state trooper,
Uh-huh.
but like always nervous about things. He's just
Me
like
too.
overly cautious. So he's like, "Oh, what do we think this marathon? Given the state of the world, we don't know what it's going to be like." And it's like, yeah, but if you do that for everything, like
And okay, so
Anything you do,
they
you
protest the
never-
marathon. Then
Resistance
that
to
day
for
you
everything.
don't go, but you plan as if you're
Yeah.
going to do it, and
I
then you adjust if you can't.
I'm
That's
like
all.
I'm a self-defense oriented person. I won't put myself in a situation, but like also I'm also aware that like, man, if you just like it's a scary world, and anytime you go to any type of big event, you're running a risk.
Mhm.
You know,
It's true.
it's just how the way the world is. But so you're going to Italy for your vacation.
And this
Yeah,
will
yeah.
be the first time ever that my kids meet the majority of my dad's side of the family. So they have only met 3 of my cousins, and my aunt and uncle have come here separately.
These are the family members that came over from Italy to
Yes,
visit.
to
I was-
visit.
I
to
was
visit,
talking
and they
to-
all went back.
I was talking to
Yeah.
Luca before the kickboxing class
Yesterday. Yep.
and I was like, "So you're studying Italian for this trip?" He said, "No." I said, "How you gonna get by in Italy then? You can't talk." He goes, "Google Translate."
That's what he told me too.
And I go, I said, "You think that's gonna work for you?" He's like, "I got this." Like,
That's
okay.
the way of the world nowadays.
You know
like
what, though?
literally, when we get people
He's
that
like,
come
I
in
got
speaking
this.
a different language to the school,
I use it all the time.
yeah, we have to, or else we're not going to be able to get across like the information we need to get across.
Now,
to
do
them.
you read the text, or do you have it translate your words out loud, or what
I'll
do you
do
do?
both. I'll do one of two
No,
things.
but what do
yeah.
you do?
I'll either
Oh, I
talk into
usually
it.
just pass the screen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk into it, and then it'll it'll like
Yeah, underneath
voice
it,
to
yep.
speech. Or, sorry, voice to
Text to
speech.
Voice,
Speech.
voice
Speech
to
to
text,
text.
Voice
and text
speech
to
to
translate.
text.
That's what
Speech to
speech to text, and then it'll translate it. And then, like Dave said, we give them the phone. They read it.
Okay.
Either that, or if it's like we're showing them something on
Yeah.
a piece of paper, I'll use the lens, the Google lens, to translate it
So,
on the piece of paper. Just take
so
a picture
in
of it. and
Italy's a
translate it.
huge tourist country, right?
Yes.
Especially where we're going. The island, majority of the income that comes into the island is tourist income.
tourism.
And then we're going to be in Rome for a little while, all tourism.
In Rome,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
need you to use that saying every day.
Not even
Roma.
once.
Roma.
When in Roma.
So it's gonna be cool, and I think
What,
some of my cousins already speak a little bit of English, so they
What-
enough to.
What Crocs have you packed for this trip?
Your bistros?
I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the bistros or the light rides.
Light rides would be super comfortable.
I know, and we're
Super
going to the
comfortable.
beach, so like this might be too hot because there's no holes in it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I will swap for
But
the.
they're
light
great. They're
rides.
great airport shoes.
Yeah,
You just
they
slide
really
them
I
are.
off,
know,
slide
but
'em
I'm
on.
in the airport and then on the plane for 7+ hours. But again, I want to be at the beach, and the beaches on the island are very different. It's small pebbles, not sand.
Oh,
No,
you're gonna
but
want to
Crocs
wear
in
those
general
shoes.
are great airport shoes.
Oh yeah.
You slide them
Oh.
off, you slide them on,
yeah.
good to
Super
go.
comfy.
Yeah, but like the ease of how you get them on and off is because you got to go through security. You're not old enough to get out to get away with the. People stop doing bad things at a certain age. You don't have to track them anymore. But once
And I don't have global entry, so we're gonna go through the normal path where they're gonna take
Yeah.
off your shoes, your shirt, your socks.
Yep.
Nail polish, take it all off. That's it, done. So I haven't done that in a long time because I always get TSA pre-approved for in-state in the
That's for your
country.
job, right? That's for your work. When
Well,
you're
no,
trying
anybody
to
can
work.
get
Yeah,
it. I think
anybody
that's why
can
I
get
got
it,
it.
but
But
yeah.
yes, but
Okay.
anybody could have
You,
it. But if I should have paid the extra $30, and I would have got what's called global entry, which is a speed through for the
Right.
U.S. leaving the U.S. Not always coming back, but leaving at least. It's basically like you've been pre-checked already. You're good to go.
and I hear you're going to Nantucket.
No,
I heard that too. No,
he says that every time.
I do. I say it every time.
Every time he says.
I get a kick out of
Kansas.
it.
You do. I can tell you're laughing. Someone's got to laugh at it because it's
Going to Nantucket.
pretty stupid. So it's fine.
Yeah, who would go?
Who would go to Nantucket? A lot of people go to
I
Nantucket.
guess so.
Nobody.
Nobody goes to Nantucket.
In Nantucket, they leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, where are you going? Anywhere else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to Myrtle Beach.
Nantucket.
Myrtle Beach in
You
South
watch. We
Carolina.
find out like our biggest audience was from Nantucket.
I know,
We just
like-
offended them all.
Yeah, like that's
Come on,
it.
why don't you visit us, Steve?
That's it.
I don't have a Nantucket accent. I don't know what it
They're
is.
like
We're gonna make them like British. I don't know.
Nantucket's primary income is tourist.
Yeah, sure. Wow, there.
Much like
I need everyone to
East,
understand anything that Dave says. Please do your own fact checking before believing it. Okay.
Please. So where are you going?
No, you know when I'm kidding and when I'm factual. Let's go to Nantucket.
I'm going to
This is
Myrtle
factual.
Beach. I'm going to Myrtle.
Myrtle
Beach,
Tucket?
South Carolina.
Nantucket Beach.
Sure.
Nice. It's gotta have a beach.
He's
maybe.
going to Myrtle Beach.
You want to go to Myrtle Beach?
excited?
You guys are all abandoning me. Like the
Yes.
fights are on
Why? You could
Saturday.
go-
Everybody's
Yes,
like
yeah.
out.
You could leave
Wow.
too. You could
To
go
be
to
fair,
strips.
I was trying to prep you for this by not going to fights for the last 6 months. So
You've been
I've
successful.
been
he's made you
trying
used to it
yes,
now, yeah.
I'm trying
I,
to like.
I'm
ease
still- I
you
still
into
might
it.
stop
Dave's
by for
ripping
the
the
beginning
band. I
of the
mean,
fights.
Steve's ripping the band-aid.
Well, I'm not leaving until midnight. So technically Sunday is when I'd be
Dude,
leaving
don't
midnight.
try
Yeah,
to.
just
you need
sleep.
sleep, brother. Yeah.
No, I think I'll be good because when we get back from
Wait
the
a minute.
tournament. what's
From
that?
the guy who's asleep during most of our
I know.
podcasts, you're gonna be good.
You know why? Is because I am I'm splitting up the driving between my older brother, my father, and me.
Yeah.
We're driving in that order. So I am the last person to drive,
Okay.
which means the whole entire time that my older brother, my father is driving, I can just be sleeping. In the
Oh,
car.
you can't sleep next to the driver. That makes them want to sleep.
No. My father's going to be sitting next to my older brother while he's driving, and then they're going to switch.
So you're gonna.
Who's
force
car you
them-
taking?
The van that we took to the football
Yeah.
game.
So shouldn't the next driver up sleep first? Like, shouldn't you let your dad sleep and you keep your brother away because you're the third shift
That
and you
would
go to
be,
sleep? and your dad's
Stop
driving?
talking your logic.
That
I
would
know.
be
Horrible.
logical.
Because then your dad's got to be up for 6
Um,
hours straight because
Listen,
you need
man,
to sleep like a
he-
princess.
I'm gonna try to convince him otherwise, but he's insistent that he'll stay up with my older brother.
A
but-
stubborn Corsentino? I've
No,
never
heard of
such
him.
a
This
thing.
is
no.
wild blasphemy.
I've
You have
never-
found the top of the chain. No, actually, my grandfather started the chain, but
I'm sure it started before your grandfather.
Oh yeah, definitely.
probably the
I
great
would think so.
grandfather. But once again, grandfather's fresh off the boat from Italy, so it's
Now
an Italian thing.
your whole family's going. Your sister's going. Your two brothers.
Everybody's
and
going.
Your dad, right? Okay.
Yep.
You're meeting.
Fiance?
Older brother's fiance is going, and my aunt.
Wait, your older brother's fiance is going in the car with you guys?
Yes,
This is the end of that relationship. Anyway, so continue.
she won't be
Yes.
talking to him the entire time. I'm kidding.
I don't know. Kelsey drove my family to Missouri.
And listen, Kelsey already said yes to you twice. She's done, but she hasn't said yes once yet.
She
So
did.
she still can. Well,
Said yes.
no, but not on the altar.
Oh, okay.
So if
Until-
we counted
yeah,
that, that's
no.
3 times for Dave.
Until you're actually married.
Yeah.
Engagements don't count.
Oh,
They come and go.
Hey.
Engagements come
Those
and
are
go.
promises that can be
Yeah.
broken.
I am
True.
not doing anything. I'm going to be here.
That's
Enjoy.
something.
I'm going to be here
Yeah.
not because the last 2 weeks have been crazy for me.
You're
Like
gonna be recovering.
I don't think anybody that I work directly with or like my superior or my direct counterpart, I don't think have any idea how much I've done in the last 2 weeks.
But they appreciate it.
Oh
for sure.
yeah.
But the impact of it.
Kelsey always laughs. She's like, I don't think they have any idea how much you do. I was like, nah, probably not. But
Well, you try to take things and
Yeah.
simplify them to as much as possible because you never know
Oh,
who's going
man.
to take up action there.
oh, there's so
Right, 'cause
much,
we have
so
different
much,
schools
so
coming
much going
in.
on too. With just like because June was like stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked.
Well, you had
events.
A boot
the
camp.
boot camp,
So
the
every day,
tournament, the graduation,
Yeah.
testing.
Yep.
That's the entire month.
every day
You
this
just went
week
backwards
too.
with the time on, yeah.
We've been helping my dad with his flooring. So like Monday and Tuesday, I left the house at 8:45. Didn't get home till like 10 at night.
Is that done?
No.
Oh, okay. But there's some.
The
floor
living
down.
room is mostly.
No, the living room's basically done. It's just the dining room and the kitchen, which is the fastest part of the job. That's the easiest part. We did the hardest stuff.
Oh, yeah, cool.
The easiest stuff is just we just
I
had
know
we,
nothing about flooring, so I'm just gonna nod my head. And
Oh yeah, no, that's the easiest part. They're all just straight shots, no real cuts or anything.
Yeah, there was a
Um,
lot of cuts. Like you had to cut
intricate
for the
amount of stairs and-
stairs. Right up against the wall is going to need just like a thin
Yeah.
strip.
Were you guys letting Rob
Also-
cut, or were you guys?
My
Rob
dad and my
cut,
Rob.
and his
my
dad
my
cut.
dad and my Rob. My dad and my Rob did it.
My dad
Um,
and my
rubber.
The what do you call it too? We had to rip up. What took so long too? The first day was we were ripping up the carpet. Like the kitchen's everything already ripped up in the kitchen. We already did that when we took the wall down, and then the dining room is already laminate floor, which comes up super easy. You just
Yeah.
pop. But carpet's a pain in the butt because you gotta
Carpet
rip it.
was
you
so
gotta
annoying.
cut it. You gotta take up the nail boards. You gotta
And
like.
sometimes the certain parts get caught, and now you have to get the staples out of the floor.
Well, you have
Yeah,
nail
so
boards.
it's
You
fun.
have to take the nail boards out.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
That's all around the sides. You have to rip up the nail boards.
Oh my god, I got
Um,
a quote for them to do my floors upstairs and downstairs, and I was like,
Just have us do it.
I love you guys.
We'll
my
bang it
floors
out.
are a little bit more than what you guys are dealing with already now, and it has to be in sync with other projects also. So
Yeah,
it's too
floor's not
much.
that hard. Floor's pretty easy.
I
Are you
totally agree.
laying laminate or are you sanding?
No, we
and
were gonna lay
finishing?
laminate, but they
That's
need
the way to go.
But they need to remove the existing because of the curves in it, and because my kitchen is 2 layers high.
Oh,
So in order to do that, you
Yeah,
have
we-
to just
we removed.
down to the plywood.
Yeah, I know. We did that with we went down to the concrete slab in the my kitchen, my parents' kitchen. Remember the tile?
So
That was 2 tile deep.
The biggest expense, right, is the deconstruction, not as much as the construction. So
Yeah.
taking it all apart.
Well, that was the biggest time crunch for us. Was the deconstruction.
that took forever.
That took forever. So like, but the deconstruction on laminates is nothing. You pop that out real fast.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
full,
but
yeah.
You don't want to deconstruct that.
No.
That's the-
What the nonsense we're taking out.
Well, I'll tell you, when we had our basement redone, the guy was pitching me laminate, and I said, no, I want tile in the basement, because if you ever have any water damage in the basement with tile, clean it right up. I don't want to deal with it. The guy's like, well, no, if you have laminate, it's no big deal. You just pop them all up and let them dry out. And I'm looking at him like, what are you saying to me?
Well,
Go
no,
away.
What you
What are you
should
talking
do,
about?
what we did, I say laminate, what we actually did was luxury vinyl,
Mhm.
and that's the way to go. It's waterproof. It's
No. But I'm
That's
saying
great.
if you
But we
have
still
like,
lay down a
flooding,
moisture
it will go under it, right?
Yeah,
So, and his solution was no big deal, just pop them all up and let them dry. And my solution was, please leave my house. And by the way, I have tile in my basement, and I love it. And
Yeah.
it's exactly
The
what I
basement's
want.
good. Basement's fantastic.
Yeah,
basement's a
really
great
good.
place.
It's what's nice is that it's really built for
Great place
occasional casting
for a
which is nice.
podcast.
I'm never gonna do that again.
You know,
But-
and you know what else is great
Beautiful
is
layout.
Nick's outside, where one day we'll do a campfire
Yeah.
cast around his fire
Yeah,
pit.
I power washed the other day, so it's all set. It's
Oh,
clean. I
fantastic.
just got to do.
We gotta find a day after we the break.
The
Yeah.
I will do-
I want to do our get together, but now there's a lot of
we
different.
should do it at the
I would do
get-together.
I would do a what do you
could.
call it?
We
I'll
could.
do a
No problem with
I'll
it.
do a basement podcast again. But I'm gonna require some things from you.
A red carpet.
specific
I'm gonna give you a
color.
list of things I
Specific-
need.
Red carpet
Do
from
it.
the door to the-
This,
the
this could be
basement.
fun, and I look forward to it. I promise 0 of it, but I'll do my best.
I require you to carry me from the threshold.
That is not happening at all.
I'll keep my cross.
because I enjoy my
Just
back.
pull my back.
Exactly. Exactly. On a bed of roses.
We're trying to have a podcast with
Well,
Nick's
then-
back
You know
thrown
what?
out.
I'll meet you halfway.
Well, then
you can sit in a
Steve-
box. I'll put you
Steve
that
can
box
carry
on
me.
a rug, and I will
Steve
drag
can
you.
carry me
I'll
across your
carry you.
floor. The threshold.
That's romantic.
I will
Yep.
carry
Only if
you.
you're wearing matching shirts.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather just have the red carpet?
No.
I'll throw the pedals down as he brings you across.
I feel like red carpet treatment's way better.
No. I want Steve to carry me. He's ridiculously strong. He can carry me.
He is pretty tough, dude. Don't let his
I said
beard
strong.
fool you.
I said strong. That's not tough. No, I'm
That's
just
true.
kidding.
All facts. All facts.
Spitting
facts, folks. It's happening.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
ready for it in our short cast.
Hell yeah, we're not doing anything. We're just gonna chill.
That's
Which
nice,
is
though.
nice,
Yeah,
No,
chill over here.
dude.
Well, actually, my nephews
Sometimes
are
that's the
going to be
best.
in, so we'll probably go to like the boardwalk and do some like things with them.
I'll be honest. I would have liked. I love that we're going to Italy, but in the initial part of the trip has definitely got me just like, constantly thinking about it because I want to make sure we get
Yeah,
in okay. I'm really the only one in the family that speaks enough Italian to get us where we have to go. I want to make sure we can meet up with my cousin's friend who's bringing us to the docks, and I've never met the guy before, so it's like there's a couple of things where it's like once we're on the island,
yeah.
but
That's when
until
you
we
get- that's
get
when it gets
we
weird.
may be
Yes, until then-
finishing. We may be finishing the floor without you, Steve.
That's
Rob and Dominic.
listen, man.
I see
you
the
got to
design.
say
Not to break your heart.
you got me leaving, but Dominic's coming in from the what's the word for the
Missouri.
no. I was
He's
trying
coming
to,
in from the
no.
Backup?
The,
I was the
Team in?
bullpen.
Oh,
As
there
it was
you
a
go.
baseball
I
team.
thought you were
sorry.
pulling him off the bench. Pull him off the bench.
That
Coach
also
is
works
ready.
too. Yeah, Dominic's
Um,
coming in off the bench to fill in for
Oh,
me. So
Is anybody watching the silliness in the WNBA? I am
No.
cracking up. Well,
No,
just-
but
I
I
don't
did-
even watch the
But I
NBA.
did see. I did
No.
see the.
I'm not watching the games. Just
I did see they
the-
fired the girl that was working for what's the WNBA's competitor?
They have a
There's
competitor.
another one.
I know.
Yes, they do.
I barely watched the highlights.
They
on
do.
that.
They do. And then she she was tweeting about the WNBA while she was doing
Did
the
she get
broadcast
fired
for
because
her.
nobody? Her marketing. She's the head of marketing, and nobody knows what the company.
No,
is?
she was she was tweeting about the WNBA
Okay.
while she was actually doing her job at the other things. Like you're tweeting about our competitors, like they had to let her go. It
What
like,
was
"That's
the
pretty
tweet
interesting."
about? Was it a bad tweet? Was he talking smack or something?
No, she was like talking about how great the game was and this,
Oh,
but
yeah,
like
that's
while
rough.
she was broadcasting.
Yeah, I guess that's
That's
not
rough. Yeah, you
a
can't. do that.
great idea, but I mean,
Yeah.
there's been worse
Yeah, but you
offenses. I
shouldn't
feel.
be doing that on work hours.
No, it was during
Like-
work hours.
like,
That was the problem.
Why don't you tweet about the game you're watching, which is with the person you're paying you to tweet for?
Oh, I definitely agree that it's kind of a bad move.
Especially if she's in the marketing department.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So
Did she tweet it from that company's
Caitlin
account?
Clark is like the big thing there. It's
Yeah.
like their Michael Jordan right now, like the new
Right.
White Hope for the WNBA. And it's like a cluster of fouls and nonsense. The refs are all in question now. They're talking
Uh-oh.
about getting rid
Oh,
of
boy.
a good more portion of some of the refs because there'll be flagrant fouls right in. Some of them are silly, but some of them are actual, like just get clothesline or shoved to the ground, and the refs are just watching. No call. And if they call it, it's like no flagrant foul.
Wow.
Right? One girl came up and literally just chest bumped her
Uh,
a good 3-4 feet. Like, where's the ejection from the game? Right? That's the ultimate flagrant foul when you're just coming up and just shoving someone. Like
Yeah.
if you hit them real hard, you can get what's called. I don't know how familiar. With
Well, when you're
basketball,
coming
but
down
a
from a
technical
block,
foul,
right?
Like if
Yeah.
you
I
hit someone
played
hard.
basketball, sir.
Oh, okay. So I'm
I
sorry.
have no idea
Yeah,
what we're
me
talking
too.
about.
I'd let them.
So
did you?
I did.
Sure, guys, you know.
Yes,
I
sir.
did too.
So you did?
I did.
Nice.
We talked about this. I played point guard. Remember?
I don't remember.
I don't
Okay.
remember that at all.
At all. Not even a little.
Not even.
You didn't get the point across. Apparently, you were a horrible point guard.
Everybody
So
comment
graceful.
below.
So
comment
graceful.
below which episode we talked about this in.
Nobody. So
No, we 100%
in
did.
basketball, right? If you do a very heavy foul on purpose, say someone makes a breakaway, right? They get the ball, they steal it, they get it, and you really hit them hard, and it'll be considered flagrant. You can get a technical foul on that, right? Because you knew you just meant to foul.
Yeah, you meant to do
But
that.
if you basically assault them completely off the ball, that's an ejection. You're out. Now it is at the discretion of the ref. They could
Yeah.
still call that a technical, but they have to call it something. And in this one, they were barely going to call it a technical. They're like negotiating that. The coach is like, so they can just go around and just knock players on the ground that have nothing to do with the play, and that's it. And we're negotiating. Whether it's even a technical foul, it's
Well-
like it should be a technical foul or an ejection.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, where you're
You seem
setting
very
an early
invested in the
stage.
WNBA these days.
I am in these couple. What they have done well is they
And-
started to do what the NBA used to do in the '90s. Is they started building like a
But you
storyline.
haven't.
I like the storyline.
So wait, but you don't.
I
watch,
like the Charles Barkley days.
But you don't
I
watch
like the
fights
Magic.
anymore. which
I
are all
watch.
story
Starting to build
driven.
stories in the fights. Yeah.
Are they getting good?
There's this card that happened yesterday. If we're time traveling,
Time travel.
great card. Great
Don't
card.
give away who won.
Great card though. Really a good
Okay.
card. A sad card that you're gonna miss. Sad.
I will
that
be
he's-
there for the first little portion.
gonna
of it.
miss
I'm
the
gonna
great-
miss the good
He's
fights.
gonna miss the good fights.
Okay. Why is it? Is it a 2-dayer, or is it all just?
No,
No, 'cause he's leaving to go on his trip.
yeah, the fights go from like 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Oh, and you're leaving.
and I'm leaving at midnight, so I'm probably gonna leave somewhere around 11 o'clock.
Dude, again, if I was you, not that I'm a poor example, but you have a long night ahead of you.
Yeah, but just
I'll have
like-
time to sleep before.
just leave. But
Listen, man, like I said, we'll get home from the tournament with enough time for me to eat and actually take a bit of a nap. And then, like I said, for the first stretch of the journey, I get to
You're
sleep.
just gonna leave it up
yeah,
to
but
God. and go to
I
sleep
know
like
he's
you
not a
said.
night person. He's not a morning person. He's
I'm
just
not a morning
He's just
person.
a person.
I am a
um,
person.
At times of the day, I'm awake, but they're
And
random
there's
and
also
they're
times
not
where I
at
need to
the
be asleep.
bookends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is going to be not fun, but the vacation itself will make up for it. So
Oh yeah, I think you guys have a really nice chill time ahead of you. That's awesome.
I am looking forward to having nothing to do.
And you
Like,
got some solid weather too.
spend some time with the kid and the wife at the same time because usually it's like one or the other. Except for like Sunday,
Yeah,
or at
and
night.
that's called a marriage.
and then
sometimes.
I want to get a workout or two in, get some runs in. I get to run really at all
Well, it
this
was so
week.
funny because Nicole's like, I really want to make sure I get my walks in. I said, okay. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I said because we're gonna be doing a boat ton of walking. I said it's gonna probably be a
don't you have
struggle.
to walk everywhere?
Well,
It's gonna be. She's got to walk at human pace though.
What's that's what I said. I said
You have
the
to slow it
struggle is
down.
going to be for your kids and myself. So if not for you, where a lot of the stuff's going to be like what we'll do is I'll have like if my cousins are available or my aunts, I'll have them drop me like there's areas you'll be dropped in, and then there's a boat ton of walking once in
Parachuted.
a specific
You
area.
just drop them.
That would actually
Yeah.
be insane.
That would be catapult
That'd
from
be
one side of
so
the island
much
to the
fun.
other.
Oh, you would parachute.
I would parachute.
I've
I've gone parasailing, but like that's been like
No, that's
my
a different
only
thing.
I know it's very different.
Parachuting's like from a plane.
Yes,
that
I'm aware,
working
but I'm
perfectly.
Let's practice.
say-
We're gonna kick you off the roof, and you
That's
hold the
not
bag.
high enough.
You
Well,
hold the
no-
bag. Just hold the bag.
That's
See
not
what
high
works.
enough.
It's
I
safer.
won't do it.
Do you do roller coasters and stuff?
Do I do roller coasters?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't in forever. I haven't gone to like Six
But I
Flags.
mean, you're not like a
amusement park.
pose. If someone's like, "Hey, let's go on that crazy roller coaster," you'd be like, "Okay."
I wouldn't say no. I mean, like I said, I haven't done roller coasters in years, so I don't know if I would pass out or throw up, or I don't know. I don't know how my body
Maybe
would
you
react.
should do this in stages. We
Right.
start
But I'll
with
jump out
a
of the plane.
ladder. How do you do on roofs of the house? Are you good there?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so that's good. You're already headed
Heights,
there.
I'm not a big deal with
Okay, so
because
then
we've
that's okay.
climbed freaking mountains.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
shit. That's not the same
but
as
I
being on
won't
a
jump
roof.
out of a plane.
We used to hang out on
That's
your
fine.
roof. Do you like to be on your roof?
I don't mind being on the roof. It doesn't
Yeah.
bother me.
I'm not a big roof guy.
My buddy Kate
Well,
and I.
your roof is 2 stories.
My buddy, I've done 2 stories. My parents' house is 2 stories. My buddy Kate and I, we used to go on top of her to get the ladder to bed. So we would go when I would hang out with her. We'd go up onto her roof and we just chill on the roof.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And you bring a drink with you. We used to chill and just chat on the roof. She lived right in the water, so we would be like
My-
up on the top.
My cousin, who I'm going to visit,
And
I
then the
swear
house
was
is gone now.
superhuman. My aunt had like in Italy everything's cement and clay, all the buildings.
Yeah.
So if my aunt wasn't home,
Putty
his
people.
way of getting in the house
Climb.
was jumping from wall to wall off of his mom's house and his neighbor's house until nonstop without sliding until he can catch onto the window and then climb in the house.
Yeah.
It was like wild. So if you think of, I guess what
It's like
guys-
parkour.
Yeah,
Blah, blah,
yes,
blah, blah, blah,
but
blah.
it was back in the '90s
Oh, yeah.
when parkour wasn't a thing yet. And I'm just watching. I'm like, what
It was a
the
thing, but it was
heck?
an underground.
Yeah.
thing,
It wasn't like as popular.
Yeah. It was an underground thing.
It was wild seeing him do it. Now I don't think he would do it, but I'm saying in his youth he did some wild stuff. But he was also a motorcycle racer, like the speed bikes.
Oh,
Yeah,
motocross.
Oh my
definitely
God,
something
yeah.
wrong with those people.
Yeah,
yes.
he's got lots. It's so funny because he goes, "Oh, let's go somewhere. Just jump on the back of my bike." And I'm like, "Okay, great." It's not a bike for two people. So I'm sitting on the rear bumper of the bike, and he's like, "We're good. Just hold on." Gone. I am praying to every deity in
Nope.
existence. I asked the ones I knew, and then some extras just in case.
I say I won't do that either.
And I'm like, a man should never hold another man this tightly on a motorcycle. What is going on right now?
it.
But I just knew life.
I don't want to get on anybody
too
else's
fast.
motorcycle either.
Yeah, it
A
was
lot of trust in
crazy.
somebody.
I would.
like,
Like you mean have somebody else driving it,
correct.
or like you driving the
No,
motorcycle?
To be on like
The motorcycle.
like
holding
you're a
somebody else.
driver and I'm
And it's-
behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's too much trust.
that's a little weird.
Yeah, it's too much
That
for me
that
to.
that would weird. Yeah,
it's too much for me
And
to,
it's
like-
not a Vespa, right? You're talking about motorcycles.
No,
so-
I'm talking about
Yeah.
Vespas are terrifying too. I owned one. Remember?
No, yeah, I remember.
Mm.
Yeah, but exactly. Yours is more like an RC car. In
No,
the shape
it was,
of a
it, was,
bike.
it was a legit Vespa. It was just 49
Mm-hmm.
cc. It went 40 miles per hour. So,
Mm-hmm.
which is, but you know how fast that feels when you're on when there's no sound buffer.
Yeah, no, I've been
there's
on
no-
them before. Yeah, I know.
It feels a lot quicker than you
Not
think.
the 50, 40 cc ones, but yes, I've been on them before.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Whatever happened? You crashed that thing? You told us a million times. I forgot. Or just died on you?
No.
died?
Somebody in the parking lot hit it.
Hit it? Dang it.
And at the
He
condo,
told us that. Oh
somebody
my
like
God, like-
basically.
No, he did.
Earlier podcast
Yeah.
episodes. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was going back.
Oh, boo.
Somebody just right over
We should
it.
get a new one.
No, I don't know.
For old time's sake.
Declan wants one.
No,
Deck-
that's-
Declan needs one.
The way he's in and out of the car,
Yeah,
he wants
he's
a
good.
Vespa.
He's
He
good.
wants a
needs one.
Vespa.
Declan needs one.
he's
I think
good.
so. He seems like he'd enjoy a Vespa.
I heard him say, That means I
Vespa.
want a Vespa.
I do want to try and convince
I want a
Kelsey.
Vespa.
I do want to try and convince Kelsey to let us go to the Crocs outlet over this vacation.
The one in Jersey City or a new one?
No, just a regular
would
Crocs
Go to the
outlet.
one in Cape May.
Just 'cause,
without us?
Well, Declan loves his Lightning McQueen Crocs, and see maybe I can use that to leverage going to.
Why you
like,
have to get him new ones?
No, I just want to look at Crocs.
You
I was just trying to.
go.
I
like,
would get
oh,
him new ones. I
oh,
would get him
these
new
are
ones too. I would get him new ones too. He refuses to put them in sport mode, but I would.
Now,
try.
wants to be
would
comfortable.
you keep the divorce papers in the glove compartment, or
We'll see.
Would you sign them there at
Yeah.
the
You know,
Crocs
I did
outlet,
see.
or-
Can you pre-sign
I'm always,
them?
I'm always on the lookout for new fashion and things. But I found I got an ad for a hat,
Okay.
and I was like, oh my god, that's actually pretty cool for summer running. You ever see the Notch hat?
What?
I feel like I've heard of it, but I've not seen it.
Yeah, and then I saw
I've
one of the
definitely heard
moms.
that
One of the
name.
moms ended up wearing one today. I was like,
What
oh my
is it?
god.
Remind me.
So the Notch
'Cause
hat.
I've recently heard of this. For
I
some
actually
reason.
immediately thought of Steve.
Which one?
You.
Me.
Wow, it must be romantic.
It's
I
very
guess.
romantic.
It comes with a melted candle
Yeah,
halfway.
super romantic. Yeah, the
Requires
notch.
you to hold hands.
So see, it notches. It's a baseball cap, but see how it notches for your glasses.
Oh, that's why you thought of me.
I don't like it.
I like it.
either. You don't like it either, Steve. I can tell.
I like it because
If that's the only cool thing about it,
it
is-
notches for your glasses, man.
So basically, you pay more for less hat.
What? What?
No,
do
it's
you
a
not
30
use
It's
for your
It's
glasses?
a
Listen,
$30 hat. You don't
I
pay
wear
more.
hats just
you
fine
pay
without
more
this.
for less hat.
No, it's $30.
That's expensive.
I
isn't
not
it?
wear
expensive
hats
for-
just fine
That's
without.
Oh my
insanely
God.
I've worn hats on this
You just-
podcast without a notch in my hat. I
Oh,
don't need
it's-
notches.
oh my god, it's so much nicer.
How?
It
Because
ruins the hat.
you can pull it down fully.
I can pull the hat
Nah,
down
man,
fully with
you
my
don't
glasses
know.
on right now.
Well, you gotta try it. I'm gonna get one, and you're gonna try it, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I
you were
will
right.
try it, but
No, you're gonna be
I
like,
don't
"I'm sorry you
understand how
bought
you're
it."
such an advocate for it if you haven't tried it yet. You don't know.
Well, the mountains go have one.
And
Looked amazing.
okay, great.
you
They
try
can.
it
They,
on?
that's yeah. So you should
Why
try
are
it
you
on
so
just
opposed
there.
to good fashion sense?
Listen, Nick
and
seems to be on
useful
my
style?
side about this.
What
right
does
now.
Nick know?
Nick knows about hats. He's what hats he's worn. He almost wore a different hat for every single episode of the starting
I
this year.
can wear a hat almost every different episode.
Oh, am I picking up a hat for you again this year?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. You know what
He's
you need
gonna
to
be
do. I
in
thought
Italy
I thought he didn't make the hats anymore.
No, he's there again.
You remember you were so distraught over the destruction
From
of your
what I
hat.
understand, they make it again. Yeah, no, but I don't want him to ship it. I wouldn't want him to ship it. I need to go there and
Are
try
you
on
gonna
a new
replace?
one.
You gonna replace yours?
I'm gonna try to.
Do it.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah,
Do it.
yeah.
Do it.
No, I want to.
I will never turn down a
The
hat.
problem is, it's what is it that like thicker? What it's not wool, but
It's
like
thick.
thicker.
It's
yeah.
thick. I use it
And
more in the
I don't know
winter.
if he's gonna have them out now because it's summer.
Yeah, I use it. Let's do a summer hat.
I don't know. We'll find out. I'm
Find
gonna go
out,
there.
baby.
It's down at Ishkabon. I'm gonna go check it out.
Check it out. Let me know. Or, it surprised me. I have a black one.
No, but you have to send me your hat sizes, okay? Just text me if you remember.
What was that?
Perfect. 'Cause your head is smaller than mine.
I don't. Yeah, it is smaller than yours. I don't know what I don't know what I wear.
It sure is.
I'll give you the measurements when I get in my scouts. I don't know. We can measure before you
Watch
leave.
yourself.
I can't. Well,
Birthday
So
boy.
you don't like
So
the
this
notching
was
of the
Steve's
glasses?
birthday week.
It was. Yeah, Steve's got a birthday.
Steve
Did
does
you-
look a day older than he was
He's
yesterday.
37.
Wow, you look amazing.
Thank you.
What did you do?
I feel 37.
Only at
I
night you
feel
do.
it.
Only
every
at
time
night.
he says it, we're grappling. Like literally, everybody's like, "She's so gosh darn strong," and then he's like, "Oh, I feel old." And we're like, "Shut up! You're like 15 years younger than everybody except for like
Rob and Mike
Rob, Mike, and Dan."
and Dan.
So
yeah,
more
Dan
than
too.
half the other people that were rolling with that
Me.
So
day.
half of us are old.
Oh, that's half an hour. Good night, everybody.
We should just fade right to black. Good night, everyone. Yes, it's half. The room is split half and half.
So
The room is split half and half when it comes to age, right? Because especially if Caravella's because Caravella's in
No,
the
I'm
middle.
sorry. It's not
He's
split half
actually
and
smack
half.
in the middle.
Caravella
It
is
not
younger
split
than
half
me.
and half.
Yeah, he's 36, 35.
The only one close to my age is you.
And
little
how
bit
old
older than me.
is Venatelli now?
Vinatelli just turned 40.
So he's pretty close.
He's pretty close.
So
If
you
we're talking
got-
about the people that train on Thursdays,
Yeah.
it's 4 people that are young and
And-
2
Yeah.
people that are old.
Yeah, basically.
but then if you do those weird days where extra people show up, and you got Lauren who's younger,
He's
then
even
you got
younger, yes.
Caravella that's in the middle.
In the middle.
Doesn't show up. He
doesn't.
Showed
shows
up
He's
once.
sure.
He showed up once. He was there when I first came back. First came.
Yeah, because he had no work the next day. It has to be like a
Yeah,
no
it had
work
to be
the
an off
next
day for him
which
the
is
next
like,
day, yeah. He had to have off the next day. Because, well, no, he didn't want to have to worry about getting up the next morning after training.
So you, Mike, Rob, Dan. That's
Correct.
The young, and then
We are the
young bucks.
Steve is the
Old.
mature,
The old
and
books.
then if I'm there, I bring in a heavy on the mature.
grandpa books.
Yeah.
Not a grandpa yet, thank goodness.
Not for a
Thank
long
goodness.
time.
Not for a long.
We ain't going to let that happen.
I'll have to talk to Caravella about that.
No, block that number. No, block that number. Christian,
Surprised you haven't already, man.
Christian, much love, but slow down on the call, sir.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't
You
already.
just start picking up.
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I've done it. No, I've done it. What's real funny though is that it really is like you almost just want someone else in the room is the way they treat it. Because I picked up the phone and I stared at him and he was just no,
He
didn't even know it was
He
me.
wasn't even on the phone?
So no, he was, but
Was
he
he
wasn't.
talking?
No, it was just propped up, and he's playing video. So she like does stuff, he does stuff, and once in a while they'll chat to each other, and then he'll go back to what he's doing, and she'll go back to. What
I feel
she's
like though
doing.
that's
What is the
gen-
point of this?
No, but that's a generation.
Because
though.
they don't get together as much.
That's the generation they do because FaceTime is huge with kids.
Yes.
ev-
Luca used to do this with his friend.
everybody
Josue,
thinks-
too.
everybody thinks
Great
it's,
kid. They used to
it's-
do the same thing.
It's not text messaging. These kids, the younger, like my generation, slightly younger, to be text messaged, right? Like we didn't text message because we didn't have it growing up.
Yeah.
We text messaged, I guess, once it became like a thing for a little bit. But we didn't really have it. The generation right behind us, big texters. So like I'd say like the Caravella generation. Nah, he's still probably in that.
I'd say he falls into your generation,
He's pretty
right?
close.
Yeah.
But
He's millennial. isn't
I'm
he?
trying to think like the generation right behind when
Well,
smartphones
you're
are big.
basically saying now they're replacing text with
FaceTime.
They just leave
They're
it.
all
Well,
FaceTime. And they're- but they're not directly
Luka
talking
did
the whole
same
time.
thing. His friend was no lie on the phone for 3 hours. We forgot he was there.
Wow.
He wasn't talking. He was just doing his thing, and then all of a sudden he hears something. I'm like, "What is that?" And on the couch, I'm like, "Luka,
Why
your
is
buddy's been here for. Do you know what I've said in the last 3 hours? Like, I feel like I'm under surveillance now. So I'll
Yeah.
walk into the room and I'm like, "Is your phone on or off? Who's on the line? Can we call them back? Because I'd like to talk in my own house.
Yeah, without having
think
to worry about
someone's
being
listening
listened
in
to.
on me.
Yeah, for crying out
And
loud.
not in a bad way. It's really not. It's just, you want to
It's
talk
odd.
with your
It's-
family.
yeah.
So I joke now. I'll walk in. I'll be like, "Who's on the line?" Because I know Isabella, not Luca really, but Isabella will have someone on the line. And now it's Christian every once in a while too, where they're just hanging out.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
even fully chatting. They'll talk too, but there's a good amount of time where they're not. They're just there as like companions because you're not in the house, right? You're not chilling. It's hard to get together, I guess. I don't know.
guess.
No,
I
they
bet-
people they don't get together.
I'm not gonna lie.
anymore.
I beg my kids to make plans. I'm
Yeah.
like, guys,
Go
go
Do
out.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
it'll be the weekend. I'm like, okay, what are you guys doing? I don't know. Mike, who'd you call? No way. I'm ready to call and leave. I'm gonna leave you here. If you don't make plans, I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go make plans.
I can make plans like
my
that.
social
I'm
life's
out.
more active than yours.
It is. It's insanely more.
Yeah.
More active. I could be out in a second. I can grab frisbee golf. We can go. I'll meet you at the dojo. We'll hang out.
I have like
anything.
I have a set in
Seconds.
my cart.
Oh, did you? You ordered it? Did you order any?
I didn't order it, you know.
Oh, you just get the 3-pack.
We should.
It's
yeah,
not
we should.
expensive.
Well, no,
I'll do
it's in my cart.
Order it.
What's that? Hey, Prime Day's coming up,
Yeah,
July
the 10th.
8th, man, or
Is it the
8, 9,
8th or
10.
11th, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll have to
I'm
keep that.
holding
I'll
till
keep that
Prime
in mind.
Day.
I'll keep that in mind.
I don't have big Liaccio money
you
here.
want? Don't look at me. Don't look at me. You
Don't look
want
at you, okay.
the putter, mid, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah, the
drivers.
basic-
No, I'm just telling Steve because he hasn't ordered it yet.
I have
I
no.
don't
Send
order-
him
I
what
don't order it
send him
either.
what you put in your cart, though, so at least he has an idea of what to look at. You want him.
I want it.
So what you want to do is you want to type in disc golf set.
And it'll come
I know Nick's not familiar with
Okay,
that.
so
It
listen,
will pop up. And
On
then it'll
that
be the
note-
Amazon's best choice.
on that note,
Yeah, it's
gentlemen,
time.
because
Yes, it's
you
time.
know we can go on, but
We can go on.
we've
Okay.
got to.
Sorry,
we got a big
everybody.
day.
We
got a
had
big
yesterday's
We have a-
tournament to talk about.
we have a big
so-
day
Yes.
yesterday.
Just before we close it out, I just want to inform everybody. Do not
no
know.
podcast next
Yes, I do not know if we'll be able to do a podcast next week because, like we just discussed, Nick is going to be in Italy.
He'll be
I'm
in
gonna
Nantucket.
Yeah, sure.
Are you bringing your laptop or no? No.
I am. I was going to.
Oh, maybe I can just send you clips of stuff, and Dave can send you clips. Like everyone sends clips of what they're doing,
Uh-huh.
and you just throw them together, or not.
I could.
You know what? We could do
It wouldn't be good for a audio only type deal, but it would be good for a visual thing.
We can do it, but if you're not up for it because you're just enjoying your relaxation, then you're.
What
then
I
No, I'll be
what
able
I
to-
what
I
I
can throw
would
something together.
what you can do is
I'll have to edit this podcast on the trip, so.
what you can do is send
make sure you relax.
pictures of you kicking in different places in Italy, or your kids kicking in Crocs.
And then
in
I
different
can
places
send
in
pictures of
Italy.
me kicking in
And then-
Crocs in
and
different places.
Nantucket,
And then
you
he
send
can
some
do
pictures.
pictures of him.
And then-
I want the local Nantucket brewery, the ice cream
And then
shop.
I will stand on my
Nantucket
doorstep.
Creameries.
I'll Google
I'll
it for
stand
you
right on
'cause
my
I won't be there.
doorstep, and I'll throw a kick at my doorstep. So I have like Italy pictures. We'll have Nantucket pictures, and then I'll be right there
Myrtle
on my
Beach.
doorstep.
If you don't look depressed, I'm gonna be upset. You should look sad that we're not here. Alone watching the fights,
front kick going.
just holding his Crocs, crying.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, speaking of crying, what
And
happened?
speaking of
Here's
crying,
my boy.
Let's
What's
do it.
amazing?
Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it
Here's
up,
what's
man.
amazing though. This whole time, Steve has been wearing my Crocs.
I have not been.
Yeah, those are mine.
Ew, Dave feet. Ha ha.
Ew, he's
Where are
barefoot,
mine
man.
then?
I know. It's
I
gross.
said-
Are they at the front
You better
door?
wash those.
I
Oh my God.
I took him out to get
I'm
under the
so
tray.
sorry.
Like I took him off to get into the tray.
I'm
you know,
so sorry.
sometimes.
How does he fit? I can't fit my feet in your shoes. How does he do it? You
I'm
have
a
the
poor
same-
boy.
You have bigger feet than
Well,
Dave.
no, these. Is
No,
the
these
sa-
run big. These run big.
No, this pair is the
Same size.
Yeah, this is the pair
my God.
that don't hold the microphone. We don't hear. They don't want to hear a baby crying.
Poor
They're
baby.
really
I was
sad.
trying to see what he's doing, my poor boy.
These
Crying.
this was the pair that his mother accidentally
guy.
got two pairs of. So they are his size, but so I'm used to this particular pair being a snugger fit because it's his size.
Just say
So
you
I was
wanted to
used
be
to it.
closer to Dave's feet. We
I
get it.
wanted to be closer.
Nah, I got
yeah.
his nasty barefoot feet all in my
Dude,
Crocs.
I would burn
Oh,
those.
I know.
And
Kelsey, get loose.
see what the melting did. Yeah, you're gonna get one pair, rid of one pair.
When did you notice? From the beginning?
No, I think just now when he leaned
Just
over.
now because I was
Okay,
like,
good. I was gonna
I
say,
went
did
to
you
slide
let me do this
because
the
I
entire time?
With those, I'll slide my feet in and out, and I went to slide my feet back in, and I was like, "There's nothing to slide my feet into. What's going on here?"
Oh my
so I
God.
looked down,
God, that's crazy.
and he's wearing my Crocs. I was like, "That's why I can't slide my feet back in."
oh my God.
Hey, wrap us up. We're gonna get started again. We're gonna go on for another 20
Okay.
minutes. Guys wearing your shoes. Go. We can never get out of here. I love it.
Shibuda.
Good problem,
No,
man.
that's how to
Comfort
start.
boat. Let's kick
There you go. That's better.
Steve's Crocs at the comfort.
That's actually
Yeah,
Steve's Crocs are
let
actually
Steve
Dave's
kick Dave's
Crocs.
Crocs in the comfort
it's
mode.
it's a
Alright.
comfort mode. If you have not already, please make sure you follow us on Instagram and on
Lovely.
TikTok to see our kicks from around the world at Kickin and Crocs, KICKIN.in.Crocs.
CROCS.
The best. Why'd you say Crocs?
What?
Right?
I thought I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you said
What?
Crocs and then he spelled it.
Yeah, he spelled it. He's supposed
Yeah,
to.
but you don't usually say Crocs though.
I do.
He does.
I do.
Oh,
Every
that threw me-
single
that
time.
threw
Has
me
he
off.
been here?
That threw me off tonight.
Nah, I
Okay.
was just thinking about my crying baby.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's what it is. It's throwing me off. I see Dave distraught right now. All right. Good night, everybody. As we
long
say,
Until next time, I've been Steve.
Always Dave.
still Nick.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Watch the videos on the podcast. If you're listening, you should give us
5 stars. Or as many as you want. Smiley
If
faces.
you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking.
I love you from the bottom of my Crocs.
Buonanotte a tutti.
A tutti fresca.
And you
Good night.
stay kicking.
We're kicking in Crocs.